Welcome to Houston Newsmakers Extra. We're talking with Tony Buzbee, candidate for mayor. He made the runoff against Sylvester Turner. And were you mildly surprised at all that you made the runoff, or did you have that confidence going forward? I know that you exude confidence when you walk in the door, but there's 12 people running. So.
Yeah, we had polling, and we knew that we were going to make the runoff. Yeah. We actually did better than our polling showed, and we've always done better than the polling has shown. Any of the, like Bob Stein and the others, we've always done better.
I saw that in hobby school polling as well. They had you actually polled higher, and that accounted for a lot of the, quote, undecideds who came forward and gave you some numbers. What do you pay attention to now as you're trying to get to the finish line and going down the final stretch?
It's all about getting people to the polls. I mean, that's what we got people that are on the phone every single day, calling people that we know will vote for us if they vote. And people out on the street, knocking on doors and even offering rides to people that can't get to the polls.
When you were out there and you're interacting with people, what did you hear most often from people who were like, okay, you're my guy because of?
Mostly, it's a lack of action at City Hall. Typically, the issue that we heard the most was crime. We're concerned about crime. There's been break-ins in our neighborhoods. My car was broken into at Target. My car was broken into at Uptown. Packages are being stolen off my front porch. We can't get the cops to even respond to it. That issue was probably the number one issue. The second issue is, especially for people in Kingwood or some places of Clear Lake and West Houston, Meyerland, is flooding. They are very concerned about flooding, and they don't see any action from City Hall. And then in places like the Museum District and people that live downtown, their biggest issue was homelessness. That, we've got to do something. The city says they're doing something, but we see an increasing population of the homeless, and it doesn't seem like the city has any plan. So it really depends where you are across the city of Houston, but basically it all comes back to a lack of action and a comprehensive plan at City Hall. Like, they don't know that there's a plan, and a plan is being executed, and that's what I offer.
How has this changed you? I mean, because from the outside looking in, we talked about this on the program a little bit, but it's got to have changed you somewhat internally about the way that people come to you, and if they're looking at you as a potential leader, they're looking at you with some level of hope that you can help them. How has this changed you from the standpoint of just interacting with people who you might not otherwise have been able to have conversations with?
It has really, it's been very gratifying and rewarding. I believe we're going to win the election, but however it comes out, I'm going to stay engaged in helping people in the city of Houston with maybe nonprofits and so forth. But it's really, it puts you in a fishbowl. You don't have any privacy, whatever. And I've learned a whole lot. It's probably made me a lot better person to be, and I've always been a guy that's represented people from all walks of life, socioeconomic, demographics, whatnot. But I really got to know, probably like no one else can know the city of Houston like I've we've knocked on 500,000 doors. I've shaken 35,000 hands, taken 30,000 selfies with people, and really got to hear what their concerns were and what they cared about. And it really does. It's really gratifying, and it's been very rewarding, and I think has made me a better person. Make me a better lawyer as well. Yeah,
going forward, in whatever capacity you have, it's been a lot of money.
Yeah.
We can't fathom what it feels like to do that, but obviously, it's something that you knew that. If you were going to use that money, it's not going to we're not going to see you with a sign underneath one of the bridges because you spent that.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the case going forward.
Well, look, here's the thing about money. My dad was a meat cutter. My mother drove our school bus. I never had any money. I was able to, through luck and some talent and a lot of hard work, make money. And if I didn't have any money tomorrow, I'd still be the same person. What's most important to me is my children and my friends, and I like helping people to the extent I can. So yeah, we spend a lot of money. I think we're going to be the mayor. I think we're going to change the city, and I think the city's ready for that.
For those people who look at the numbers and say, you're not going to be able to overcome that. What do you tell them about that prospect and about your attitude about being able to do it and change things?
I've been an underdog my whole life. I mean, how does a meat cutter's son become, candidate for mayor, lawyer of the year? a recon Marine officer, captain. So I've always been the underdog, and we are the underdog, and we relish in that, and that's why so many people are working so hard in this election.
Well, I thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
I appreciate I always say this to everybody who runs for election. It takes something different and special to put yourself out there,
Yes, it does.
to have people say yay or nay on
Yeah.
you. So thank you for your service.
Thank you.
For your service as a Marine officer and for your service trying to be an official for the city of Houston. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Houston Newsmakers Extra, if you see this, you like it, share it. If you see it and you don't like it, share it anyway. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Good.